Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here. It wasn't supposed to be nice like this until Thursday, but when I got up today I had a look, and even out the window wasn't too terrible. You can see we got another gorgeous day, and it's actually t-shirt weather in my opinion. I was gonna go a different way today, but look at this. The parking lot is packed right down to the last spot. So I wasn't expecting this quite so early in the season, but I guess we're there. So thanks for everybody for coming in. Michael's Adventures, he's going to drop a premiere later today. Just Jason Keto's got one right after this stream. Scratch and Pete PA, my dear friend, thanks for being here. And then Big Bird is in the house. Ace Flaw 1, Andy's here. John H. Shelton from the UK. Mark Binsett, I actually met up with him a couple of years ago for a live stream in Niagara on the lake. Yeah, it's there's a tiny bit of wind right now. I can't do anything about that, but for most, I like everything a couple degrees colder than everybody. Should be 13 Celsius right now, and as long as I'm moving, that's t-shirt weather to me. Let's go a different way today. We'll go up to Clifton Hill and then come back. I'll do the route that I've done like a million times. I was going to do something different, but we'll save it for another stream. Funk Spinner and have Cheetah Will View, good to see you here. Andy Heinrich's in the house. 60 in Peterborough. Oh, how do I do the math again? 13 is 26 plus 32 is 58. Yeah, somewhere around there. A little warmer for you actually. And look at this, I don't know if you can see the rainbow well enough, but on days like this, it's always there. Curious to know if the zip line's working. Look at this, families are out doing everything. We were just here days ago, and it was nothing like this. Maybe it's just because it's Sunday too. I've looked it up today. It's just over 2.5 miles to go from here up to the top of Clifton Hill like I usually do and come back. So not terrible if you're gonna go for a walk. Andy Heinrich, yeah, we'll see when we get over there. They got ice cream and all kinds of treats and stuff. The stuff changes occasionally to different stores and what they have. There used to be a Harley Davidson store right in the middle of Clifton Hill, and it's gone now. Crafty Witch 232, good to see you in the house. Sean Barnes, good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I tend to walk too fast. I'm going to try to calm it down today. I don't know if I even can. That rainbow's looking a little more vibrant now. Honk Tube, good to see you in the house. Yeah, I still have yet to put all my Freedom Convoy stuff back on Rumble or wherever I'm going to put it. Oh, look at this. I haven't seen that before. Hot air balloon. I think this is the largest and literally most vibrant rainbow that we've seen. Just the way the wind is going, the sun's direction, and the mist.
What? What?
Isn't that something? What a lucky day for everybody here.
Let's go further down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that is something else. View from that balloon's got to be out of control. But I have to tell you, that's something I will not expect to see myself doing ever. I do not like heights. I do not like falling from heights. And I know you're not going to fall, but I don't like to be isolated either. And that seems too confining for me. But you can tell everybody in the chat, we'll take a vote, whether you would go on a hot air balloon like that or not. Or if you have. I know a lot of people probably have. Hero Nation, good to see you in the house. Drive across the border without stopping, yeah. I forget what they call that. Like, you know, if you were surrounded by cops and you pulled a weapon, get them to do it for you. Kristen and I are in the middle of watching 24 again. It's like my favorite TV show of all time. And just something to watch for an hour before going to sleep at night, right? And they have a spoiler alert for everybody who didn't watch it 20 years ago. There's a nuclear explosion. And then the question is, what's it like depending on how close you are or how far away? If you're close enough, it'd be like the guy said in Speed, because you're not gonna feel it. But you don't want to be like midway through the blast radius. It's nice positivity after looking at a rainbow today. I wonder if the zip line's running. Boats can't run yet, but look at how the water changed even from a few days ago. It's much colder down there, I guess. I won't stop because the mist is hitting us all. You have to tell me if it blurs the lens, if I gotta wipe it off. Jessie Journals and Unboxes, she just did a premiere a few minutes ago of a subscription service, I believe. My expectation is you can always buy like one of those things. I like unboxing videos. It's probably just because I've seen so many that I grew to like them, but it doesn't matter what it is. Element of surprise, I think, the draw there. You know, I have 3 Loot Crate boxes from 8 or 9 years ago that I never opened. Wonder if those will be worth anything, or if I should still go and unbox them. Oh, that's cool, Jessie Journals. I didn't know that. They tried to bring 24 back, obviously, for those of you who are fans, for a 12-episode miniseries. And I think I watched it. I don't know if I got all the way through it. But the concept of 24, like the show's called 24. How do you not split the budget into 24 episodes? I think they came back too early. It's like the Love Boat. I thought that would be a great show to bring back, like reboot, probably 5 years ago. I forget how long ago, but it was too late. They'd already tried to do it once, probably too early. Today I don't know if there's, you'll have to tell me, if celebrities and movie stars and singers that are as hype as Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry and Akon and them were 10 years ago. The whole thing about the Love Boat was who's going to be the guest this week, and they always had different celebrities and everything. Hilda DC, good to see you in the house. Now we're out of the mist, so I can stand here. It's funny, you can't see the rainbow from this angle, right? I guess you got to be in the same direction as the sun. I don't recall ever seeing it, Jason, in all the times we've been here. Maybe Kristen would remember if we've seen it. She probably has. But I've been down here, what, like how many times? Not including live streams, right? I don't remember it. Pardon me. This car, nicely done. I wonder if we'll see, if you guys might have noticed, I didn't notice, I wasn't looking, but lots of classic cars. Lots of people restore classics and do them up, and motorcycles are all out and everything else now. Two pineapples, good to see you in the house. Euro Nation. Well, we have passes here, so I don't know if it's just for locals or not, but they have this deal where it's 70 or 75 bucks for the year instead of $36 a day. So we get those every year, and then I always park in the same spot. I never did yet take those, I call them trams, but it's the Niagara, oh, I forget what they call it, inclined railway. And it's just this little thing that takes you from the bottom up to the top of like that hill there, back where the parking lot is. But you could, and so then just park in the same spot and you're still walking right towards all the touristy stuff. Might be 58, 60, or 13 or 14 Celsius, Sam. Oh, that would be right, Jesse. Yeah, there's a... I don't think it actually goes over the water, though. It looks like it was over the water, but my bet would be that it doesn't actually. Of course, I could be wrong. But the line, if you look on Google Maps, they show you a line that goes right between Canada and the US. And the line for the border starts on the left side of the Horseshoe Falls over there. So actually on land. So the entirety of the Horseshoe Falls is Canadian, and then it splits halfway once it gets down here towards the water. The American Falls is 100% American. I never even tried, but I don't have like any kind of a Trump accent. Otherwise, I might say, I know everything there is to know about Niagara Falls. Nobody knows more about Niagara Falls than I do. Oh, 15 minutes, that's it, eh? Wow. Oh. We just missed a proposal. You know, that kind of thing happens probably every weekend here, maybe more often. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Yeah, I about that nation. That would be a technical detail I'll tell you, I do love the feeling of going across the Rainbow Bridge where the flags are. You know that you've passed. Wonder how they do that. I'm assuming it's like, you know, like different countries, continents, things like that, where even though it's American soil, it's considered, and same on the other side. But I wonder, like, who has jurisdiction when you blow through the gates or do a U-turn and stuff like that, because my intuition tells me that they don't take too kindly to that kind of thing. Candid camera, yeah, could you imagine? Many does parties around, and oh, last I even remember looking was 25,000, but I'm sure he's blown right past. I forget if Jeff told me. Look at the American Falls and our friends in upstate New York, Casino Seneca, Niagara. I haven't done the boat yet. On the American side, the green ones, which you can see in the distance there, are called the featured in you guys. If you, The Office was a TV show where they did a scene there. I wonder if I can fix my camera here. Be a little straighter. Oh, it could happen from time to time. Yeah, I've seen the replays of these and they seem a bit choppy. I'm streaming with GoPro, just being lazy and not carrying the phone around. Thought it would be a good idea, but I might have to switch that. I've got in my sights an adapter to have the GoPro held vertically, so I might try vertical streams at some point.
I show them my shit.
Never noticed if these benches were dedicated to anything. You know, sometimes you see park benches that are like memorial things, but it doesn't look like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, but I wasn't expecting it. I want to set these streams in advance, but woke up today and found that it was nice out. It wasn't supposed to be until Thursday or something like that. I gotta get a level, one of those little sticky level things, and put it on top of the GoPro. I can look down and see if we're straight. Two Pineapples a laugh, because the first time I tried this with the GoPro, what did I start, like 6, 7 different streams? Couldn't get the thing to work. And I tried with a Samsung, I think it's the S24, right? That's what I'm using to read now. But the iPhone, usually I do things in reverse. I use the iPhone to read and the Samsung for other things, but I couldn't get the GoPro to work on that no matter what I tried. They run that Zipline into the evening too. You can imagine the view. We did it once, and I've got the video on the channel. So we did a live stream, but they won't let you hold a phone or anything, but you can wear a GoPro like I have right now with the chesty attachment, and that's literally what it's called. But what they do is they make you put your belongings into a bag, like a knapsack, that you carry on your back while you zip. And then I used the, because I had the GoPro, I was able to capture the POV view of the ride, let's say. So that's a video on the channel. There's a hint for everybody with YouTube channels. It actually got a few thousand views, I think. I don't know if you all can see the thing. There's a delay on the screen, so I can not quite tell whether you can see the zipline people about to go or not. Try to catch it. Easier with a phone, of course. Looks like we're good. I'll just go let them go for like one run, and then we'll keep walking. Thank you, Ace Flaw One. I think you've been here a while. Yeah, Two Pineapples does something interesting on their channel. They're in Hawaii, and they've got a 24-hour live stream that runs. Once you get, is it over 1,000 subscribers, that you can do 2 live streams at a time? So sometimes they do that also. Oh, Euro Nation, anytime I've spent in Niagara Falls, New York, I used to run parties down there, all ages parties, what we call them, but 18 to party, 21 to drink down there. And I didn't spend a lot of time like really exploring. One thing I've never learned in, you know, more than 50 years now is tomorrow doesn't always come. You know, I always live for tomorrow, and sometimes it doesn't get there, and then you regret the time that you didn't spend, the time that you didn't enjoy, you know. So you know, Niagara Falls here is far different. They don't have anything like what we've got here. I'm going to go to Clifton Hill in a minute, and anybody who hasn't seen it, you'll see what I mean. People call it like a mini Vegas, but it's family friendly and all this stuff. I haven't been to Vegas either, not yet. We're hoping to go next year. A bit of family and this and that, so we'll see. But Niagara Falls, New York, I mean, they got their restaurants and everything else, but it's just another city. I've seen most of the major cities in the northeastern United States, because I used to be a crazy, silly, fresh DJ, and I got a chance to go around there. The zipline is cool. Slow though. I've only been on 2 zip lines ever in my life. One in a place called Blue Mountain. It's about an hour and a half away from Toronto to the north. And they got all kinds of activities. I always thought it was just for skiing. I don't ski, so I would have never thought to go. And then went with Kristen, and she showed me that you know, it's got lots of summer activity as well, including an ice cream shop. And the zip line there, That's one of those ones that really whips. This takes about 45 minutes, but if you want to see it exactly, like I said, I got the video of the POV on my channel. It's only a minute and a half long or something. It's something to see, that's for sure. Vegas, that is. I've had many friends tell me if I showed up there any earlier, I'd never come back. That city is made of money. One of my favorite movies of all time, my favorite mob movie of all time, is Casino. It's a little slower paced than maybe Goodfellas, and I'll be upsetting everybody if I tell you the ones that I haven't watched. But Casino, you know, obviously all talk about Vegas there. It is. It is true. 2 pineapples. I played hockey, and when I was young enough to start until, I don't know, I was probably 14 years old, till Nintendo came out. And then that was the end of that. And then it's funny, hockey's like one of my favorite things probably to play on Xbox and PlayStation and everything. I've been playing NHL on computers and Xboxes since that came out too. Thought about putting on skates and like joining, you know, guys play all the time, girls will play really just for the exercise. Lacrosse too, yeah. Actually, I was just talking to a cousin of mine a week or two ago, and he was talking about the idea of curling. It's an activity, like, you know, for husband and wife to do together. He goes, I've never been curling, but it's apparently Canada's national sport. I feel like it's probably worth a try one day. Something I've never made time for. Oh, there's where's Honk Tube? Is Honk Tube still in the chat? I like that vehicle for sure. And memories of Gypsy Luciano, who used to be out here performing before COVID. Many times that I'm inspired, starting his own. I remember coming by, so excited to show me that he started his own. Luciano. Yeah, my cousin actually say the cousin was saying they have to accommodate things that anybody needs, similar to bowling. You know, one of my first permanent full-time job when I was 16 was working in a bowling alley, but they would accommodate people by bringing chairs. You could just sit and do it, or you know, people who they have at the time it was these huge balloons that would go through the gutters to stop the ball from going in there all the time, but they got other devices now. Best and worst hotel. We've been in many actually, because they do a thing in the autumn where it's called Sleep Cheap, Charities Reap, and then what they do is they put up rooms for $75 or something, and the charities get the money. And I don't know if that's just a local thing or not either, but we've been in several So, you know, any ones that we've been in, I wonder if Kristen will remember which one we were like never again. I think it was Marriott, but she'll remind me. We were on one and just nothing was working. They got a elevator out, and you know what it's like when everybody's trying to check out at the same time and you can't get anywhere. You're gonna have to listen to me huff and puff my way up the hill again. I was gonna try to cheat today. I was gonna take those inclined railway up the hill so I could just have a downhill walk. Yeah, I think every sport is probably here. 2 pineapples in some form. Here's an ice cream shop right here. First thing we see on Clifton Hill. I don't think I've ever had blue ice cream. The movie land, I can't help but always say we did a live stream here, and one of the people working for Clifton Hill, the director of marketing, something like that was his title, came and actually did the video with me. So it was really cool because he did a better job than I could have done. That's on the channel. Margaret Seeger, good to see you in the house. Bear claws, yeah. Up the street is beaver tails too. But you can see there's a mix of franchises and chains just as much as independents here. I've seen them making fudge many times, but sometimes I stop and like it's around there right now. We'll come back this way in 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, they got nothing on the table right now, so we'll see. I haven't stayed in the Tower Hotel, but that's one that's like on the bucket list, let's say. We're gonna look for the thing. Sure, the price hotel doesn't have very many rooms, so it's probably the demand is filled far in advance, I'm sure. Stayed a few smaller ones as well. At least a year, sometimes more. There's a copyright music so that the stream can get blocked after. The two right here, 8 and my guess, Andy, is it's probably about the same price as anywhere. When you're traveling, you know what you're signing up for. $10 hot dogs that could be $15 by now, $20 hamburgers that could be $30 by now. Sort of exaggerating, but not by far. Gift shops. This one goes on as far as the eye can see. We've been through there at least once. Okay, these behind the diner has a huge flame that all but explodes several times. Is the volcano on today? No? Okay, thank you. Yeah, they'll probably put it in a couple of weeks or some point. But you see what I mean? They do passes here. So you got that Ferris wheel, which is enormous, obviously. But they've got all these activities. You could buy passes that let you do like 4, 5, 6 things for $30, something like that, $40. I keep saying this lately, but nobody's going hungry in this town. I don't know the truth. I look at real estate listings just out of curiosity sometimes, and if I read correctly, and if it's real, places around here could be up to $50 a square foot per year. And who knows if that includes TMI and everything else. 50. You rent out big warehouses, you know, like 20,000 square feet and stuff, those could be $6. So you get an idea of how much money they got to pay for the benefit of being here. And there's gift shops and restaurants and all that stuff, little motels, all the way up this street. This street goes right through all of Niagara Falls, basically, in a roundabout sort of way. There you go, 2 pineapples, yeah. Hilda doesn't want to go on the Ferris wheel or the go-kart track. The Ferris wheel, I bet. There's a little bit more down the streets around here, but the action is all right here. There's the beaver tails. Yeah, we haven't seen as many classics as I'd expect yet. But a lot of the people who have them, I'm just imagining this, might be preparing them, you know, and not expected to have had them out so early. Not even really at Easter yet for this year. Yeah, Woody and Wendy would take care of it. Try to let this guy go. Ah, here we go. Sick, but I never had desire for that, like cars and things like that. I can barely tell any other. I mean, I know the brands, but I can't pick off years and things like that. But I thought when I was teenage, I thought I was a car installer. The thing between Alpine and Clarion and Kenwood and all these brands, they had incredible new technology. Like, it was totally cassette tapes and CDs in your car at the same time. And then some people had CD changers, and I thought, and out. Yeah, things change. That toy store right there, that's where the Harley Davidson store was. If I said that right earlier. Some of these are gift shop, gift shop, gift shop, and you can walk through them inside. They got entrance ways from one to the next. I don't know the truth about who owns what around here, but Ripley's, believe it or not, owns some of what goes on here. I literally water fasted yesterday for not 24 hours, but let's say 20. And boy, do those candy apples look like something. Kristen has to be rolling her eyes by now. Seems to make everything. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're making fudge right now, but they got all kinds of delicious nonsense in here. They kind of want you to not film the staff, so without permission anyway, so I'm just not going to bother for right now. We've gone through there many times. Yeah, Niagara Falls is very well kept. The whole city, all the time. It is extremely clean. You can't help some of the little things that are going to fall, or, you know, the few people who are still going to throw things around. That was one thing that became apparent when I used to be promoting nightclubs and stuff like that, putting posters and flyers around everywhere. You know what it's like, some of us know what it's like to go out to your car and find flyers tucked in the windows of different types. And as years went on and everybody became more conscious of the environment, let's say, people would far less throw things on the floor. So today, you don't see flyers on cars almost ever. So anybody could do well with that as a promotion idea. And all you have to do is put the little green arrow thing on the corner of the flyer, and people's eye will catch that, because we've had it now for 20 or 30 years or whatever it is, that people typically, most, won't throw things all over the floor. They'll just put them in their car. The last time I promoted a restaurant that way, when I was running a place, I did flyers all the time. And this woman comes in one day and she's like, I gotta have this sandwich. She goes, I got 7 flyers in my car. I have to know what it is. Yeah, I know I should go get a candy apple. I should absolutely not, but... Oh, that's interesting to hear. Katie's kitchen. Yeah, they used to end up everywhere. Well, people used to just throw them, because guys, some of the people that I used to either know or work with would not have, let's say, the tact to think about, how do we balance? You got to put your flyers on the cars, but you got to not have everybody litter the whole place. So some people would go to the parking lots that were most popular, and it would not be unreasonable to have 10 flyers on your car at a time. You know what I mean? 10, that's ridiculous, or more. I used to hand out sometimes 3 at a time. I shouldn't be walking, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, there's a flyer on the floor right there. Feel myself walking. They have apples in there coated not just with caramel. They look like birthday cake candy apples. They got colorful sprinkles, and they got every color and flavor and chocolate and all kinds of delicious non-keto goodness. parents do to their children, eh? When I was a kid, I never had a candy apple. I don't believe I ever had one. I could be wrong. I'm too old to remember when I was 6, 7 years old now. Oh, look, there's flyers everywhere now. I don't think I ever had a candy apple. My parents gave me enough of everything, so, I'm just whining. But later in life, when I had a candy apple, I was like, oh, this is unbelievable. So now, when I shouldn't be eating candy apples more than ever before, that's when I'm like, nope, I can eat anything I want. My parents made this, I call it a mistake. But they gave me an allowance, me and my sister, to do chores around the house. They did that at a very young age. So I always had money like every week, even if it was $5 or $10 or whatever it would be, right? But my mom did this thing when I started working, because I started working at a young age. She said, okay, when you need like new clothes, like a pair of pants or a pair of shoes, I will give you the money that would pay for the cheapest pants or shoes. And if you want to go and buy Reeboks and Roots and every other brand out there, Nike and everything else, then it's up to you to top it up. And I would. And the idea was basically you could do whatever you want when you have your own money. And I got really, I don't like to admit that I'm addicted to anything, but I got really addicted to pop or soda. And when I discovered that you could go to the grocery store and buy 24 cans of Coke for $5, I had to have it. And they couldn't stop me. So they, when I was a kid, they would say, you and your sister, you can have